unless you had some type of disease that you needed to use contraceptives for, you couldn't do Planned Parenthood. That wasn't an option because it was illegal to have birth control or anything like that unless you had a disease. So if Cruz and Annie were like, hey, we're 18, we're in love, let's get married, we live in Connecticut, well, then they would just be having random babies because they couldn't stop it with contraceptives. Anyway, so Griswold, her part in all this was that she was the executive director of Planned Parenthood of Connecticut, and so she was giving out contraceptives like birth control and things like that to people who either weren't married or weren't using them for because they had a medical reason. And so they went to the Supreme Court because they got arrested for giving people contraceptives. And on ODS.com, they had two of the oral arguments. And one of them, the first one, the guy was basically, his argument was that if you don't allow people, especially married couples, to have the ability to use contraceptives and be able to choose when they're having their children, then people are just going to go about and do it in sketchier ways, and you're just going to be always having problems with that. So that's why he thought they should be able to use them. And then in the second argument, the guy, he's really into the whole moral aspect of why you shouldn't use contraceptives. And so he had really ridiculous reasoning behind it. He said that if people in Connecticut were able to use contraceptives by the year of 2000, there wouldn't be any people. Because if you can use contraceptives, no one would be having babies. And then he also says that if they can't use contraceptives, it would reduce the immorality. And he was saying that people would use contraceptives as a way to be you have adultery, they would cheat on their spouses because they'd be able to not have a baby and result of it, so it would be easier for them. I don't know, he just made really ridiculous statements like that throughout the argument. And so the big question in this case was whether or not the Constitution protected their rights for marital privacy. And the verdict was a vote of 7-2, and the Supreme Court got rid of the law in Connecticut because they said it violated the right to marital privacy. So they can use birth control and all that jazz now and can have abortions. Anyways, besides that, I tried to find a funny video to use about this, but they were all a Rick Santorum being really aggressive.
Being really scary.
Yeah, and usually they were all about abortion and gay rights and him screaming. Yeah. But and then the other videos were of other kids in this class who have done this project. That's fun. So there was none of them were funny. And that's it. Yeah.